John Collins for the Lowell Sun. We're at 1095 Lakeview Avenue, which is on the corner of Pleasant Street, with Town Manager Jim Duggan of Dracut, who basically has said enough is enough with some of these properties that are eyesores.
Well, they're more than eyesores. I mean, it's an image that for this fine community, which is bringing it down. I mean, here we're looking to make changes with these properties that people don't care about anymore. They ignore the condition of the property. They let it go, and so it affects that business. It affects that business. It affects that business. So the residents and the business owners here in this fine community don't deserve this. And I saw this. Enough is enough. This has got to be addressed. I mean, there are certain people that drive past here. It's been a landscape of the community for so long, they don't even see it anymore. So when I'm out and about talking to businesses and I say, here are some of the changes I want to do, they have to be reminded, of the situation that's here, because they're so used to it. Well, I made it a personal goal of myself when I became town manager. This town doesn't deserve this, for people to ignore, their responsibility. And I want to be able to continue to improve the image of the community and work towards that. I mean, we have a great university right up the street. Anyone who's looking to go to that university, they're going to be coming through this town. They have to go right through this intersection. A major thoroughfare into our community. Not acceptable at all.
Jim, what has to be done to this building to make it satisfactory or in compliance?
Well, we want to be able to address it with the code violations. As you come around the other side of the building, there's graffiti all over it. It's never been addressed.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Yeah. And until recently, this was all overgrown with weeds and everything like that.
Right.
It was not until we started issuing the $500 a day tickets did all of the property say, oh, well, I'll at least get someone there. Not enough. Too little, too late, as far as I'm concerned. I want to be able to get this whole lot, and this is also included in the property over here. I want to get this to be, a viable business, here. It's something, and it's not going to happen while this is going on.
Right.
So,
yeah, this is all part and parcel of the same property.
All one property.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And and this is through the Massachusetts receivership program, and the taxes are paid. I mean, people think, well, they must not owe taxes, or if they owe taxes, we can't do anything about it. Well, that's not true. I mean, if there's a piece of property where it's residential or commercial industrial that is detrimental to the community, we can address it, and this is how we're addressing it. And I think it's something that, like I said, enough is enough.
John Collins for the Lowell Sun at 165 Greenmont Ave. Short distance from Dracut Town Hall, where Town Manager Jim Duggan's taking an aggressive approach to properties that have not been kept up properly and that are basically abandoned eyesores that he says disrespects the town of Dracut. And this is one of the 5 that are being fined $500 a day. It's 165 Greenmont Ave. According to the town, the owner of record is Stephen Landry, and among the violations, means of egress being blocked, unsafe conditions, structural elements falling apart, not free from garbage and rubbish, and lack of protective railings and walls. One of the things I noticed from a quick walk around was this area is open, and it goes to the backyard, and this is right here in the backyard. It looks like a swimming pool that is full to the top, covered by a tarp that has rainwater on it, and that would seem to be a serious safety hazard all by itself. So this is property that is being fined $500 a day by the town of Dracut to get this thing in compliance with health codes. There's actually a one of those bulkhead entrances to the basement back here that is completely overgrown with brush. If you can see it in there, there's actually a tree growing right at the bottom, right where you open the bulkhead doors. You're greeted by a tree that's sitting right there. So a property that has gone into tremendous disrepair, one of the 5 that got notices this month that they owe $500 a day for every day that they fail to be in compliance. .34 PSOINAS Ave, on record as being owned by a Paul Neal, although the bank may have part ownership of it as well. Neal hired a landscaper to get over here immediately upon receiving notice from the town that he was being fined $500 a day, and the house has shown remarkable improvement already. The landscaper says he'll be back daily to make it sure it's in compliance with the town code. John Collins on Mammoth Road in Dracut, where if you're passing this house, you won't notice it. It is overgrown by a tree, some brush and branches in front of it. It is 1427 Mammoth Road in Dracut, which is being fined, the owner is, $500 a day by the town of Dracut for a number of violations that have occurred. Basically an overall failure to upkeep, including means of egress, unsafe conditions, owner's responsibility to maintain structural elements, not keeping the home weather tight to the elements, maintenance of the area from garbage and rubbish, no posted name of the owner here at 1427 Mammoth. The owner of record who is receiving the fines, Kelly Ann Mello, has 3 weeks to answer the town whether Lowell Sun on Mountain View Drive, number 32, which is one of the half-dozen properties the town of Dracut has begun fining $500 a day for a number of violations. This property is obviously abandoned, a single-family home on a dead-end street. It has holes viewable on the roof section over there. A lot of the exterior is coming apart. There's a peculiar sign out in front of it that indicates it's not for sale or for rent, and that this property was found to be vacant and or unsecured. The town of Dracut has found multiple violations for this property.